What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Today we got some important things to cover, so before we get started, let's take a look at crypto bubbles. So we have ICP up 15%, we got Fetch up 11%, and we have Injective up 5%. So market is looking healthy. On CoinMarketCap, the Fear and Greed Index is at a 47. Bitcoin is at 57,596. Ethereum at 2,387. This article says DeFi is a First Amendment right. So there was a hearing, and this gentleman came out saying how the government wants to see all your transactions. They want to see what you're buying, where you're buying it, and how much, and all of that stuff. Also, I think that's why they want to get rid of cash, because they don't want you to buy anything anonymously. Did insiders just make a move? Bitcoin surges 5% as $36 billion pours in. So we see Bitcoin holders recently sold over 642,000 Bitcoin, and there was a lot of short-term selling pressure. But when it comes to whales, there was a lot of buying activity indicated by the taker buy-sell ratio, which hints at a potential price rebound. So all of that Bitcoin that was sold, we can pretty much say that it was retail. Bitcoin whale accumulation heats up ahead of the US CPI report. And we already know how that is. And the CPI report, from a lot of the stuff that I read, says that the rate cuts will be about 25 to 50 basis points. Bitcoin ETFs post $28.7 million of inflows after a record losing streak. It was an 8-day losing streak when it comes to the ETFs of outflows, and now things are starting to pick back up little by little. State Street and Galaxy launched 3 new crypto ETFs, and the ETFs just launched today, September 10th. More crypto legislation equals greater capital flows, Coinbase Global CEO, and says with clear regulation for the entire industry, it will give everyone an equal landscape, which in turn would then provide a huge capital influx for the crypto space. So just making it, a good way for people to have more confidence in the market would bring more liquidity over time. This article says crypto goes mainstream. 57% of investors are ready to allocate 5% or more to Bitcoin and Ethereum. That 57% are people who already own crypto, but for people who don't own any, that number is closer to 40%. And for people who live in Singapore, it's closer to 50%. So people in Asia are more confident in crypto than people who live in the West, like US and the UK. So this is a good article right here. Ethereum name services integrated with PayPal and Venmo for crypto transfers. And in the article, it states Venmo and PayPal users will now be able to transfer crypto using Ethereum name service names. ENS Labs disclosed the integration on September 10th, which is expected to reach more than 270 million users in the United States. Very bullish. This is also some good news right here. North Carolina Senate overrides governor veto, passes a bill banning CBDCs. And this post says this bill should have never been vetoed. The North Carolina governor blew an opportunity to send a strong message to the Federal Reserve that North Carolina stands united against CBDCs. So the governor had a chance to stand with the people and blew it. I think that it's up to we the people to stand together and hold our representatives accountable. If not, they're just going to sit around on the beach drinking margaritas, and they could care less about the rest of us. Tron, Tether, and TRM Labs join forces to tackle crypto crime. And Tron, Tether, TRM Labs have announced the creation of a T3 financial crime unit, a new initiative aimed at fighting illicit activity in the crypto space. The partnership, focused on public and private collaboration, seeks to improve security within the Tron blockchain and reduce misuse of its Tether stablecoin. So, it'll give people more confidence in the safety of Tether. It is what it is. Singapore warns against WorldCoin accounts trade in the latest probe of Sam Altman's crypto project. So check out my video from yesterday. We talked a little bit about WorldCoin, but now we have Singapore who's also going after it. WorldCoin is a very Orwellian project. Literally scans your eye. You're giving these people your personal data willingly. And because of that, we have Singapore warning how the data you give them could be misused by third parties. Well, who would have thought that? You're literally giving them biometric data. And this article says Japan's Metaplanet boosts Bitcoin reserves to nearly 400 Bitcoin. So they invested another $2 million worth of crypto. And I did the math, that's about 35 to 36 Bitcoin. So they're buying up tons of Bitcoin. Telefonica joins Privado ID to develop EU-compliant digital identity solutions. And Spanish telecom giant Telefonica has joined Privado ID as a systems integrator to develop new digital identity solutions using decentralized technology. Again, all of this stuff is being integrated whether you hear it on TV or not. And you see how much Bitcoin retail is selling, all the fear that they're hearing about. I think that, people like us just need to stick to our strategies. I'm not going to give you financial advice, but at the end of the day, one thing that I could tell you is that you need to hold your representatives accountable and make sure that they're doing their job and they're standing up for things that you believe in, because if not, they're just going to screw you over as much as possible, and you're going to pay for their salary while doing it. So at the end of the day, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.